Welcome back. Ruby and I are going to do a class today on the 1-6-2-5 progression. The one chord in the key of C would be C. The 6 chord in the key of C would be A minor. The 2 chord would be D minor. And the 5 chord would be G, or 5-7, G7. So today's lesson is how to improvise in the key of C using a chord progression 1-6-2-5. The one chord from our last class was the notes C, E, and G. Here's a C, here's an E, here's a G, and we have one more C over here on the first string, 8th fret. So we're in 5th position, and this is a movable shape. So whatever we do here, we can move it to different parts of the fretboard and change key. But right now we're just focused on C. So let's try that again. If this is your first time, 5th position is when your first finger is behind the 5th fret, and we're doing 1, 1, 4. That would be on the 5th, 5th, 8th fret, and then the last note C on the 8th fret first string. And that makes a C chord, C, E, G. An A minor chord, that'd be the 6th chord. The 6th chord would have the notes A, C, and E. So 2 of the notes in the C chord are also in the A minor chord, C and E. So the one note that's different is the note A, and that's on the first string, 5th fret. So this one's really easy. You just simply go straight across. So one chord, A minor chord, and then the D minor, or D minor 7th, D minor would be D, F, A, D, F, A, that's kind of diagonal, yeah, tic-tac-toe, and then if you want to add the C to make it a D minor 7th, we go there. And then the last chord is the G, or G7th chord. G is over here on the 4th string. We've been trying to stay on the top 3 strings, but if you want to include the note G, this is one place to put it. The other notes of the G7th chord would be a B, a D, and an F. So they've been kind of revoiced in a sense. So you could actually finger it in this fashion with 3, 2, 4. Yeah. And that would sound like this. Or, okay, so let's review all 4 chords. One chord, and now the A minor chord, and the D minor 7th chord, and the G7th chord. Okay, so if someone was strumming, that was the C chord and the C chord. A minor, D minor, G7, yes? So knowing that and practicing that and getting that comfortable would be step 1. Take a moment to stop the video and to practice at your own pace. Then step 2 would be to take the same chord and to fill the notes in with the notes that we skipped. Playing a C chord, we have C, E, and G. We skip the notes D and F, which are part of the scale. Here's C, E, and G. And if I fill it in, C, D, E, F, G, I've got a scale. Oh, and I can go the other direction. Or I can mix it up. Or I can do a combination of thirds and a scale. You get the idea that within that C chord, there's a lot of notes that you could play, and you could experiment in terms of the order of those notes. The same thing is true for the A minor chord. C, E, and A between C and E, we have 2 notes. Between E and A, we've got more than 2 notes. We got a G in there, E, F, G, A, yeah? Because it's been kind of inverted, the chord. So in this particular case, you may find yourself skipping more than doing a lot of notes filled in. But it is possible. And then for the second last chord, the D minor chord, between D, F, and A, we had E and G. So that is precisely what we can do if we could imagine someone playing the chords, and we play the chords in the melody. A minor, or all sorts of possibilities. Okay, well, I'm going to give you an opportunity to try this out slowly. I'll give you a chord progression, and when I call out the chord, see if you can be able to find that progression first, just the key notes. And then afterwards, with some practice, you can start to see if you can fill in some of those notes. Okay, incidentally, this is a great way to practice scales. I mean, sometimes people just practice scales just going up and down. But it's nothing really exciting about doing that, except maybe trying to get faster or smoother or what have you. But when you're doing a scale and you're improvising, you're thinking about those notes a little bit more like they're music as opposed to just an exercise. Okay, I'll play a chord progression, and you do the chords up here. I may try to help a little bit here. Okay, here we go. From the beginning, the C, E, and G, 3, 4. Now the A minor chord, the D minor chord, the G7 chord, repeats the C chord, the A minor chord, the D minor chord, and the G7 chord. A minor, D minor, G7, and now let's end with the C chord. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and you learned something that you can actually practice on to make scales more interesting and to begin the process of learning how to improvise. That's what all of this is about, playing with the music that you are learning. The chord progression today was 1-6-2-5. If you enjoyed this lesson, I encourage you to like this video, and if you like more information, please subscribe to my channel. Look forward to seeing you next time.